The video we're going to be covering today is called The Official Government of Dautria. It only has one Twitter with a tweet being a link to the video, quote, "Remain calm." The possible creator of this series could be the Twitter user at lemon_bird_LMAO, considering they're the only follower on this account. The likes on the Dautria account are mostly Nexpo tweets. Getting a quick overview of the channel, it's called The Official Government of Dautria with 941 subscribers. They joined in October 10th, 2020 with 36,908 views. Only 2 videos are on the channel labeled in order: Remain Calm, Everything is Under Control, and Archive Footage, Subject 0. Video 1 details an emergency broadcast about an unidentifiable pathogen. We can already tell that this is a crisis due to the military being spread out across the country. Symptoms of the pathogen aren't of the normal variety and are biologically impossible in some cases. The video cuts at 58 seconds in and shows text saying, quote, "If you show any symptoms, it's too late for you," end quote, implying that the government is giving its citizens false hope. Immediately after the dark screen, the normal "don't leave your house" instruction is given, but with a sense of reality distortion. The broadcast stating no matter what you hear, they are not real implies that once a person is infected, they become a liability or possibly even hostile. Firearms have no effect on them, and the best method is to stay off site. At a minute and 35, it states, if you're infected, take the provided gun and end your life. It's the only way out. This was not said aloud in the broadcast, but rather just displayed on screen. If an infected individual knows you've seen them, it is assumed that they will try to infect or attack you, which could be similar to a zombie situation. Contrary to other national broadcasts, there is no music throughout the entire video. The second video details the effects of the XC-34 infection test hosted by the Dautrian Military Intelligence Department. It consists of the gradual decay of Subject 0 within 6 days of containment. Day 1 had infection of the XC-34 bacteria with an image of Subject 0 with no symptoms. Day 2 had no change. Day 3, the subject lost its shadow and pale rashes with itchiness or uncomfortableness were present. The image of Subject 0 appears with pale blemishes on his face, with the left eye being barely visible. Day 5, with significant mutation, the left eye and mouth are melted off. The subject is in pain and screaming, but it can be heard without a mouth visible. It's very distorted and glitchy. Day 5, hour 11, there is increased activity, hostility towards non-infected, and aversion to well-lit areas. The image displayed seems to vaguely resemble a face with hollowed eyes and pale skin. Day 6, the subject breaches containment. Displayed is the image of a room with one bed, a sink, and presumably a gated door pried open and moved to the right side of the screen. The main theory that I have for this channel is that the government, whether on purpose or accidental, released an infectious pathogen. This pathogen most likely stemmed from Subject 0 as seen in the second video. The infected individuals are described as having white rashes, loss of facial feature, loss of shadow, and an increase or decrease in appetite and hostility towards the non-infected. Infected individuals have an aversion to light that was seen in Subject 0. Since there are only 2 entries in this series so far, we can only speculate why this experiment was performed in the first place, or even what it was for. The best guess I can muster is that the government wanted to create some form of bacterial warfare solely based on the amount of military seemingly already present in the area. Take this all with a grain of salt, however. Due to the amount of information present, there isn't much set in stone in regards to what happened and why it happened. The visuals and overall concept of a government experiment gone wrong can be akin to both the Smile Tapes by Patoriku and the Russian sleep experiment creepypasta. The Smile Tapes, though it has a different concept, its visuals closely resemble the visuals used by the official government of Dautria. Over-exaggerated human features and loss of human features could be tied to the Mandela catalog as well. However, the Russian sleep experiment is the closest adaptation of this channel. The Russian sleep experiment revolved around the government creating a stimulant that would keep a person awake for a long time. We got 5 prison test subjects in a concealed environment where they released the stimulant gas into the area. The basic needs were provided for and they were monitored. 5 days in, the men showed signs of psychosis. 9 days in, one man started screaming uncontrollably for hours with little reaction to the outburst, causing him to eventually go mute. Another man started screaming, and then the men covered the windows of their containment area with feces and torn book pages. Long story short, the men turned into gas-addicted zombies that eventually all died at the end of the story. While this creepypasta didn't have any sort of spreading agent, the government interference is the biggest tie to the main channel, along with the gruesome details of the prisoners. I know this video was quite short compared to the other ones I have up on the channel, but at the time, this channel hasn't uploaded in about like a month or so, and I wanted to get something out there to get somewhat of a head start on it. While all we know at this current time is that there's some sort of government and they release some sort of experiment, we don't know much beyond that. I can only theorize that this is some sort of method of biological warfare solely due to the military already present in the area, but this could also just be due to said experiment being released in the first place. At the time of this recording, it said that a pathogen is released into the environment, but I'm assuming this is more of a direct contact sort of thing, considering that Subject Zero was hostile, and with its release into the world, the country went on lockdown, prompting me to believe that this is some sort of virus that needs to be spread through either contact or some sort of biting, scratching, any way to get into your blood system. Regardless, I hope you enjoyed this experience, though very short. Go check out the channel in the description along with the two other videos I've been playing throughout this video.